9 minutes exactly, but I don't want to go over the 10 and the. Okay, so on the street, in a situation, you have no choice. Use deadly force. Okay, let's assume this: a guy, you have a legally owned gun on you. Okay, a guy jumps out with a knife at the alley. Jumps out with a knife and down like that. You pull out your gun, you shoot him. Because you're close, because you're in a hurry, you're not aiming. Your bullet goes in his stomach. Holds his stomach, he probably drops the knife and he limps away. That is self-defense because you honestly believed he was going to kill you and you repelled him. Self-defense is not about personal problems. Self-defense is about keeping yourself alive. What comes next? Well, first and foremost, like I said, if you run after the guy, you're angry, you're mad, you want revenge. You're running after him, that's going to be malice, that's going to be forethought. That's going to be murder. And you are going to go to prison for it. You shot the guy, bullet went in the stomach, he dropped the knife, he limped away. Retreat. Retreat means move as far away, as fast as you can. Now, as soon as it is reasonably possible, you are required by law to call the police. And you are required by law to tell them everything. Where was it? What happened? Everything to the best of your ability. You might not remember everything because you're really tense, but you must tell them as much as you can possibly remember. And you must not lie, you must not tamper, you must not bribe, you must not intimidate. You must tell them everything. And if the person survives, you must press charges. And if you think the guy's still alive, tell the police he's still alive and he needs medical attention. Yes, he does. We're the good guys. Our compassion is what separates us from the bad guys. You have to have the compassion to tell the police, I think the guy might still be alive. You might want to send an ambulance. I shot him at 29th Street. He had a knife and he attacked me, and I shot him, and I think he's still alive. He's about maybe 29th Street or 30th Street, or he might be in the alley by Brewster Street, whatever the frig it is. But tell the cop, I think he's still alive. He might need medical attention. Also, he might still be dangerous. You never know, but tell the cop he's still alive, he needs medical attention. And that makes you look a hell of a lot better. Now, the other location you can use deadly force in is in your home. Hold on 1 minute. Gonna get some instruments. Okay. Now, many jurisdictions, including my own, have what we call the castle doctrine. This means you may legally defend yourself in your home and you are not exactly required to retreat. That doesn't mean if you're having a barbecue and your neighbor is an asshole, you can walk up to him and punch him in the face. No, 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 no. That means that if you're in your home and if an intruder is threatening you in your home, you may legally chase the intruder out. However, Tennessee versus Garner, if he turns his back and runs away and you run after him and shoot him in the back, murder. And remember, once the intruder is off your premises, once he's no longer a threat to you, anything you do after that is going to be considered vigilantism. Okay? Running after the guy and shooting him in the back of the head. Remember, you run down the street with a weapon in your hand, you might be mistaken for the criminal and shot. And there are cops in my jurisdiction that were shot because they were off duty, wearing civilian clothing, running around with a gun after a criminal. And they were mistaken for a criminal and shot. So, you don't want to be mistaken for a criminal. You don't want the real criminal to still attack you. So, once the guy's off your property, lock the doors, lock the windows, call the police. Okay? But, if the guy comes into your house, if he's a threat to you, and I said this before in another video, if someone comes into your home, knowing that you're there, and knowing you're awake, they're there to hurt you. And you need to defend yourself or get out of the situation as quickly as possible. So, let's set the scene. You could be in the kitchen cutting up vegetables with a knife, and a man bursts into your house, corners you against the wall, has a look of death in his eyes and lunges at you ferociously. And in a rush of adrenaline, you grab the knife and stab him. You could be in your garage, and a guy has a can of gasoline, and he's pouring the can of gasoline over your garage. He wants to set the house on fire with you in it. Or a guy breaks into your front door, so the guy with the gasoline, he bashes him in the head with a baseball bat. Okay? Or a guy breaks into your front door with a ski mask on, and he's running around crazy, and you grab the shotgun and shoot him with the shotgun. These are a little on the nutty side, but I'm giving you examples. I want you to visualize this. You've used deadly force in your own home. What do you do now? Number one, you could run to your neighbor's house. However, think about this. Where is your neighbor? Is your neighbor right next door to you? Or is your neighbor 3 blocks away? You might be on a big farm in the middle of nowhere. Is your neighbor home? Is your neighbor awake? Is your neighbor not in the shower? Is your neighbor willing to let you in? If you are in your home and you use deadly force against an intruder, if you leave the house, make sure that you're going to be in your neighbor's house within 2 minutes. And in your neighbor's house, call 911, ask for the police, tell her what happened, say you need immediate assistance, blah, 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 blah. Now, what if you can't leave the house? What if your neighbor is not home? What if your neighbor is 3 blocks away? You don't want to be running down the street with a bloody knife in your hand. You don't want to be running down the street with bloody pajamas. You don't want to be banging a door for 2 hours straight. So what do? You have to find a safe location in your house. Where is a safe location? Well, the bathroom or the bedroom. Okay. The bedroom, very few bedrooms that I know of have a lock on the door. Very few. But every bathroom I've ever seen in my entire life has a lock on the door. Also, you might have to pee or poop. So being in the bedroom is a good idea. Now, your safe room is going to be the bathroom. You're going to go to the bathroom. Number one, you make sure that every single living person with you is in that bathroom. Okay? The baby is asleep in the nursery. Get the baby. Your 3-year-old daughter is playing in the playroom. Get her. Take every single living person in that house into that bathroom with you to hide. Do not leave anyone, in particular children, out in the open. So you go into the bathroom. In addition to the children, what must you bring with you? The weapon you use to inflict deadly force must be brought into the bathroom with you so you can keep it safe. And on top of that, in case things get worse, you need to defend yourself, whatever. But that weapon needs to come with you. It should not leave your sight. Period. This is a cordless telephone. It sucks. This cordless phone is up here. We have one phone line, 2 phones. In the kitchen is a cord phone. When the phone rings, and I'm not even joking, if the phone rang now, I'd walk away and go to the kitchen and answer. This phone stinks. What do you need? God bless the guy that, whoever, man, woman. God bless whoever invented this phone. This is a lifesaver. I need to be charged my lifesaver. Your cell phone is so valuable to you, I cannot explain it. You take your cell phone into the bathroom. And if you want to bring in 2 or 3 phones in case one dies, fine. But you bring your cell phone into the bathroom. You know what? We're going to stop again because I think we're at 9 minutes again. So I'm going to make part 3. Hold on. Part 3 is going to be done now. I'm going to get 8:54.